So the next step of all this, and again, like always, please do like the channel, subscribe. If you like all this sort of stuff, let us know. Further lessons are coming, but we need to go from Coinbase over to Binance. It'll take a bit of time. Ultimately, you got to wait for the transactions to do it. So we have got a little bit of Bitcoin there. And the first thing you need to do is obviously open up a Binance account. Link below if you want to jump in, get some savings on fees. Once you've signed in and made an account and done all the KYC malarkey, you need to go over to your wallet essentially. Now you can buy crypto directly off here, but because we're using Coinbase, we need to then take the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, whatever, and then send it over to the world of Binance to buy other alternative coins at a cheaper rate. So what you need to do first, you need to obviously go onto your Bitcoin sort of thing. So all I've done here is I've got all the freebies off Coinbase, and then what we're going to do, go to your wallet, so fiat/spot wallet, and what you're looking for here ultimately is essentially this whole Bitcoin wallet, and you are looking to deposit into this. Okay, when you deposit into it, all you need to do is use, and officially you need to use the official situation here in terms of networks. Now I'm not 100% sure what network you can actually use, but essentially I'm pretty sure any of the networks will be absolutely fine, realistically when you think about it. Segwit should work with Coinbase, but I'm not 100% sure, but what I am going to use is ultimately this. Now it's kind of cool how all this works, but it shouldn't take long to arrive. Estimated arrival time should only take a minute essentially, but it does take verification from the other side of Coinbase as well. So you copy in that address over to it, and all you're literally doing is pressing continue, which should allow me to, so obviously there'll be a little fee taken out, network fee, but it should arrive. And then obviously I need to put in essentially my 2FA, which is obviously going to be an interesting part of your life in terms of two-factor authentication, but it's just one of those things. Okay, you just got to get used to these sort of little bits and pieces. It can be a pain. So this is going to send over, and when this does send over, you'll get a confirmation from Coinbase that it's been sent, and you'll get a one from the world of Binance saying deposit has been accepted. So once that goes in, you'll see straight away what happens. So once you press a quick refresh, you'll start seeing all kinds of other bits and pieces, and this is where you'll start to panic if you're new. If you're new, you've got to bear with it. It takes time. Now Coinbase is quite slow and it's quite busy. It's very, very busy in terms of volatility at the moment in the market. So this might be a completely new experience for people to see that, well, things do break. And what we're waiting for now is essentially my account to load and then get the transaction ID so I can figure out what's happening with it, because you can actually track the confirmations of the transaction essentially if you are new. So what we should get here, there we go, it's pending, and there we go, you get a view transaction, and this is it now. So this is it going over. This is the batching essentially. So the Bitcoin network uses batching to help process it faster, and within this batch there's already 12 BTC. It's currently unconfirmed, so we need to wait for a confirmation, and it gives you all the information that you need, and then it will go over eventually into this. So eventually over time, I think what we should get is, it should become up soon with a record that it is coming. So once it's got its first confirmation, network confirmation, then 2 will be there available for you. So it'll come up very, very soon in here, and then we can be able to go from there. So sit back and relax. It won't take long, but we will cut to the part where it actually is officially on your Binance account. So there we are. We have it. It took about 12 minutes, give or take, not long. In the grand scheme of things, so that's pretty good. Now you've got it in your wallet, you're happy with it. Now again, go back to your main part, you'll see it, so you can see your total balance has changed. It's all in here, and the easiest way to do this, now there's 2 ways of doing this. If you want to convert this into something, you can do it via the very, very basic situation, the easy convert. However, there is only a few assets on here, and it's a very, very simple and easy way to do it. So for example here, go to Bitcoin, and then you can buy all these assets. There's not as many though, okay? I'll make that perfectly clear. There's not that many at all, and it's kind of pointless. Moving back to the home page though, what you need to go on to is the classic version. The classic principle of an exchange is all this kind of nonsense, really. Most of the information is a bit baffling and confusing, especially for a newbie. But one thing you need to make sure is always have it on spot, especially if you're looking to invest, because then you can hold the underlying asset and then you can transfer it out. But ultimately, the main thing you need to worry about is what are you buying in? Most things you'll want to buy in Bitcoin, okay? You want to grow Satoshis and you want to buy in Bitcoin. So these are all the assets here, huge numbers of them. And if you want to search them, you can. So for example, VeChain, happy days, go to it and it'll give you all the different asset classes. Now, because you've got Bitcoin, it makes it easy to buy in Bitcoin. So you click on VeChain/BTC, which is this asset here, and it'll tell you what you've got here in terms of your wallet amount and ultimately how you can buy it. A limit order is setting the price your exact amount yourself. So say for example, oh, you think this is a bit too expensive and you want to buy maybe on the 81 level, for example, you can then put in 81 here and then how much you want. So if you want to buy like say 4,000 and the whole amount, which is whatever, $80 or £80, whatever it may be, I don't know, you can just go and press the buy order and boom, it will give you an order and it will just give you an exchange order here. And then if you so wish to, you can cancel that. But ultimately, you know, you want to try and get some good orders in and some nice orders, especially when you're dollar cost averaging. You want to be able to buy in low as you can and be able to, you know, buy on levels of support, which you'll learn further out throughout this little video series. So that's in terms of you just buying altcoins. Now, again, that's relatively straightforward, but like I said, you've already seen on the account here, I have a little bit of Tether laying around, a little bit of USDT essentially. So if I go to my fiat wallet again, or my whole wallet, I've got 22 here. I can actually buy stuff in that as well. Again, same situation, go to the classic setup and you go to the fiat version here, then you press on there. Simple. And again, very, very easy options really. See, there's all kinds on here as well. Again, if you want to buy Zilliqa with this, happy days. I've got $22 and I can buy 271 worth of Zilliqa at this current live price. And market execution price is at the exact price it's on right now. It's more expensive on fees. It's not really worth doing it unless you want to really try and ape into it. But you know, as you can see here, Zilliqa's pretty damn strong right now. So you may want to try and jump in. But for me, that is it, right? Simple as that. Once you've then bought your assets and you've got them in your wallets, you need to then go back to essentially, your wallet, you know, and you want to see them. Now, the one thing that you will need to do as well is withdraw it. If you go onto the likes of whatever assets, so say for example you bought Zilliqa and we've bought a little bit here, as you can see, you can withdraw it. Currently live right now, there's a sharding issue with the blockchain, which is making it harder to withdraw the Zilliqa coin. It's just one of those things at the moment. But say for example here, like Polkadot, you bought Polkadot, you go to the withdrawal. Okay, simple as that. You get all this information thrown at you like, oh my god, what is this? Now, with this, you've got to put in a Polkadot address, obviously Polkadot to Polkadot, and then you can ultimately do it through that. So I'll make it a bit more easy and we'll go to like a normal asset, like say Bitcoin. Same situation. Obviously, you can see the recent withdrawal history, all kinds of bits and pieces. But, you know, again, you've got to use, you know, essentially the Bitcoin address. Now, you know, there's all kinds of random wallets there. It's easy, and you need to send it to your own personal cold storage because this is not a cold storage facility. It's a hot wallet. It is not good. So just be careful with that. So that's how you withdraw it. If you then want to cash it into your bank, you need to convert it over to essentially your currency. So if you're obviously in euros or if you're in pounds, whatever, you need to convert it to that. And then obviously here you can go to withdraw. You can withdraw euros, which essentially is payment mechanisms and payments, stuff like that, sending it back to your account. So that is essentially it. Worrying about it, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It is quite confusing at first. There is another version here which is advanced, which is personally what I prefer to use because I think it's neater and tidy. It's less noise. Again, same situation. So you've got your assets at the top here, hidden away. Again, USD. You got ultimately your different types of altcoins. You can trade in obviously Ethereum as well, BTC on Binance Coin. And again, if you want to just find any sort of coin, so say for example Cardano, USTD, easy, you know, it's all there. You can buy with that level, and you know, you can buy 73 ADA, boom, happy days. Really is straightforward once you get used to it. Again, similar sort of situation if you're looking to sell it. Again, we've got 16 in here from random stuff, and again, if you sell that, it's $5 US Tether essentially. That is it. Okay, so if you're looking to take profit always remember, press the sell button. So again, if you want to go to the classic version, if you're holding the underlying asset, so for example here we're holding Bitcoin, you know, you just go to the sell button. You know, what do we get for that? We get 112 tether. Really straightforward. Hope it does help. It's a very quick brush over, but that's all you need to know. You don't need to go into the likes of the futures market. You don't need to go into the, obviously these, you know, it's horrendous really. Just worry about what assets you want, do your research, learn about what you're buying, and then know once you bought it where to store it. Please make sure you know where to store it. Withdraw it to that wallet, and yeah, we'll go on to the next video.
Wow.